What's going on, yo? It's your boy Don Rico back at it again with a new one. And I know it's been a while, but I gotta get this one particularly out. This is for any of you that feels stuck or feels like that they're just not getting anywhere. And let me tell you this, because this just might be the type of word or the video that you actually need to hear and or watch. Let it go. Let it go. If you're going to reach that new phase, if you're going to step into that next role, if you're going to be the person that God has ordained you to be, that the person that you know that you can be, the one that's more aligned with your purpose and who it is that you truly are, you are going to have to let it go. And by letting it go, you know what it is you know what it is that I'm talking about. It could be a toxic relationship, it could be a toxic job or work environment. It could be even go as far as to be your own family. You may even have to let everyone that you know, your childhood friends and everything go so you can move to a different city with more opportunity. You may have to let old behavioral patterns go. You may have to let old beliefs and thought processes go. Old habits need to go. Whatever it is that's holding you back, you need to let it go. Because deep down inside, you know what it is that you need to do. We all know what it is that we need to do. It's just a matter of if we're willing to actually go through and do it. And you see, I know how hard it is. Some of you are actually wearing golden handcuffs, meaning it's hard for you to let that thing go because of the amount of comfort that it provides. Maybe it's your job. Maybe it pays very well, but you know that it's no longer aligned with who it is that you are, and you actually are feeling low-key miserable about it. It could be that relationship. It could be that woman that you're with, for example, and she may be very beautiful and she may have all the other important boxes checked out, except for the one that actually matters, her character. And you know it's not in alignment with yours, and you know that you need to let her go because you know long-term it's going to make you miserable, but you stay because you like everything else, and you think, you know what, I think I'm going to deal with this a little bit longer, not knowing that the time is actually ticking down the longer you stay in that untenable situation. And I'm not just talking about in terms of relationships, women, men, etc. I'm talking about in life. I'm talking about even about that job that I alluded to earlier. If you have a toxic job or a work environment, you need to let that go. Maybe that's God's way of telling you you need to take a leap of faith and do something different. Maybe you need to take an absolute bet and chance on yourself. Maybe you need to step out on faith, not getting the whole picture, but taking one step in front of the other, having full confidence within yourself that's going to work out. Maybe, just maybe you just need to rely on God more. Maybe you just need to move to that different city. You know that you want to move to, like, for example, the big city, or you want to move out of the big city into the suburbs or develop a life for yourself, but you have to let go of everything that you knew when you were back over there because you know that it's no longer in alignment with who it is that you're becoming. You know who it is that you're becoming, or at least you get an idea. You have an idea of who it is that you're meant to be. And you know it doesn't stop there, but you're having a tough time in the transition. And this is something that I talk about quite a bit in my videos and over my channel, is that transition phase. I'm in the transition phase myself. This is why I can speak so confidently about this. It's the hardest during the transition. The seasons change, and before the seasons become, like for example, before spring becomes summer, there's a transition that takes place. It could be warmer weather, it could be the sun being out more, it could be less colder, warmer nights, it could be anything. And this is just an example, you know. There's a transition phase before you actually fully move into the new role. It could be a new career path, it could be a new living situation or a new environment, it could be a new friend group, it can be more closely aligned to what it is that you're meant to do. Maybe from an entrepreneurial perspective, just maybe you're meant to make a big difference, or maybe you're just meant to leave home and see if you can strike out on your own. It's just whatever it is that you're going through, understand that it's part of the process and you're in a transition phase. You're in a transition phase. I cannot stress this enough. But you need to let that thing go. Whatever that's holding you back, whatever that's keeping you stuck, let it go. Even if you have to move to a different state, even if you had dreams or ambitions of leaving and new going into a different state or even a different country, you know what it is that you need to do. You just have to have the faith and the courage to do so. You know what it is that you need to do. So, but something's stopping you from doing it. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you don't have full confidence in your own abilities to actually see it through. But I'm telling you right now, it is much better to dive into the unknown than it is to stay stuck at where you currently where you currently are, I should say, and you know there's going to be no progress from there. Can't you see God has closed that door shut to you? As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he closed it shut, slammed it shut right in your face. That is not to punish you. That's not against you. It's for you. It's a reminder to walk down the hall. There are other doors. But the one that's going to be most available to you is the one that's going to be open. But how is it that you can see the open door if you don't first walk down the hall? And how are you going to walk down the hall if you just continuously try to barge open or knock on the door or bang on the door that has already been closed to you? Let it go. Let it go. It no longer serves you. It's no longer in alignment with who it is that you are. It never, if I'm going to be honest with you, it never sat well with you, but for some reason, you still hold on like some sort of masochist. I don't know what it is, but that thing, you need to let it go. And you know, by letting it go, in order to let it go, you need to do the thing that you've been procrastinating and doing. And you need to do the thing that you know that you need to do. You know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. And we all go through it. So what's holding you back? How much more pain and suffering, unnecessary pain and suffering are you willing to go through? How much more disrespect? How much more are you going to tolerate that which no longer serves you? This is your sign. You need to go out on your own and you need to do what's best for you. At the end of the day, only you know what that is. It's the thing that you've been avoiding. But you need to let go of the things that bind you and hold you back. I don't care if they're your friend groups. I don't care if it's your family. I don't care if it's your vices. I don't care if it's your state or your country or your job. It could be anything. Or your spouse. I'm just going to keep it 100% real with you. Whatever it is that you know that is no longer good for you or no longer serves you, and I'm not talking about unnecessarily so, but you know deep down in your core, this is a situation that has been closed off to you. Most people work in jobs that they don't want to work, that they hate to work at. Are you going to stay in that job and continuously complain about it? Or are you actually going to get up off your ass and do something? Do something. You know what it is that you need to do. You're just choosing not to do it. Let it go. That's all I got for you. That's the 3 most important words that I can give to you on this Sunday. Let it go. It's your boy Don Rico. Listen, I'm going through this process just as much as you are. And because I know this so intimately is why I can actually speak with confidence on this subject matter, all right? You got this. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. Deuces.